Greetings, Commandos, this is Pagan Horde, and we're looking at episode 25 in the Stackpole Crew's adventure. Now, the Stackpole Crew is almost bankrupt because we invested in some battle armor and bandits in the hopes of trying to keep up with the new meta, which is battle armors or the king of the battlefield. So, we are still in a flare-up, and we have a new battle in 3 days, so let's get ready for it. And let's finish the battle for Goat Path. Well, that's fine. Alright. Minor royal pain, that's a blackout. Okay.
Hey, Commander. Pull up a chair.
Let's go exactly like that. That should give us more than enough funds and a wee bit of a salvage to keep going. Okay, so we have a maximum of units in those deployment. I don't think I'll take the Omni Jack on that one. I think we need more direct fire shenanigans for a blackout. If we can put that bandit here. Or actually here. Let's give it to Rook. Then we can give you this. And who can pilot that? No one. No one. Asmodeus could. Asmodeus, you go do that. Okay. So. Who do we bring in terms of power? We're gonna give Metal his Daiku. We're gonna bring at least someone on a Stormcrow. The Rack 5 Crow would do fine. We can bring the Viper. We have this Viper as a backup for exactly on occasions such as this. Or we could bring out the Scourge. Why not both? Why not both? So you go try the Viper. Who do we have as a potential Stormcrow pilot? I'm running out of pilots right now because we have injuries. We're gonna have to... I'm not comfortable in putting 2 gunnery people on brand new mechs. That's a good way to lose them. But we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to bring in a really bad pilot and start training them. There's no way around it. But at least, you know, firing on something like firing at something like turrets, you don't need the best. So this will do. Let's go like this. We have 2 bandit and battle armor combo. We have the Skadi Vitol. And only 3 mechs. Okay, I'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty then, a minor royal pain. Alright, we're still deep in a flashpoint. We're hoping to do this one without too much problem. Because this is pretty much a B team with our new battle armor combo. Let's see if we can do it. Calculating. I do love that the new Daiku, but
good to go.
Rolo here is a newbie pilot. We don't appear to have support lands, and that is great. That's gonna help our precarious situation here a lot.
Heading out.
And it,
Rolling.
and Mando and the Skadi. The Scotty has been surprisingly useful.
Copy that.
Alright, so Rolo,
Coordinates received.
let's get in there. What do we got? Wow. So, no support lands and no event on the phase 1. Well then, we might just have caught the break we were looking for.
I copy.
Very well, so if you give me a moment, I will get everybody set up for phase 2. That was a quick one, but I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, welcome back. So we brought everybody up here, and we are ready to roll. I believe I will
Receiving you.
go for it with the Vito. Like this. Let's see what we have. Okay, ambush. Ooh, an ambush with 2 VTOL and 3 vehicles. Yeah, we're definitely living in the post-mech world. Mortar carrier. Oh shit, the heavy mortar carrier with quadruple mortar 8. That is no joke, and I would love to salvage that. Either the mech itself, the vehicle itself, or the mortars.
Yeah. What can I do you for?
Right, sure.
Yes, Commander. I've got your back.
Do we go in or don't?
Roger. Moving out.
Bring the bandit closer for their battle armor passenger. The Viper, however, I feel will just get chewed by whatever those things are. They're gonna stay a wee bit behind.
On my way.
Bandits, we're gonna go in.
Roger that.
Alright. So these bastards have all spawned protection. Which means,
Ready for orders.
actually, I have a wee bit of a hit chance here. 65. How does it look? Yeah. Battle armors are available. They have some sort of evasion ignore, I would imagine. Because they're... Right now, I'm almost completely ignoring the target move -11. Okay. But nonetheless,
You have orders?
we're gonna play the reserve game.
Holding.
Let them act first. The 2 first one are the VTOLs. Back-to-back VTOLs. This fellow goes for the Daiku, of course it does.
I'm losing armor.
That makes sense.
Standing by.
Our Viper could...
Acknowledged.
Stabby stabby? Sort of. That one appears to be the exact carbon copy of the other one. Countless. Yep, well, okay. Daiku is marked. Now unstable with 10 initiative.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Okay, but the good point is, both of these VTOLs did not move. And our own VTOL has beautiful numbers right here.
Engaging target.
Nice.
Yep.
Can I finish you off with the battle armor? Maybe.
Roger that.
That's an almost. But all these tags should help. Alright, well, I hope our DQ will survive it. Attacking the bandit. Alright.
Reporting major armor loss.
The other 14 is the, something I will not attempt to pronounce. That's a very well-armed tank. A very well-armed
Not
tank
much armor left of that.
doesn't seem to care very much about our 7 evasion.
Waiting for orders.
but have the minimum distance thing to worry about.
Run, don't shoot. Got it.
But I can attempt to fire on this fellow.
On.
We got a crit on this propulsion. This
Reporting.
means this thing will not be moving very fast. Now I believe I've had enough of the impossible to name tank. Enough of you. We live in a battle armor world. Alright, sure. That worked out. We have more minimum distance to worry about, but let's try and beautiful.
Do the math, Chief. One less target.
Okay. So Daiku, you're still not too bad. We're able to recuperate from that awkward position. You have a green number on season. Might as well.
Take that as a lesson. Ready for order.
Stormgrow. Stormgrow, can you... Not having really good numbers with our... with this guy. Not at all. Here comes the mortar, though. That could hurt. That did hurt. Unstable, full max unstable again. Now we have the turrets. Okay. Well, my boy here is in big trouble. But he has a high initiative of 16. So, this is our Burak, our new battle armor. Let's just do a turret. Though the Burak doesn't have as much firepower as the Golem, but I believe I can prove that later on. Okay. You can now change the weapons loadout of battle armor and Protomax.
Fall in behind me.
So you're still unstable, but one less problem.
What a waste. I'm your spaniel.
So, the mortar platform, pardon me, hasn't moved at all. Sir, fairly certain I can hit it hard.
I'm walking here.
98, but it does have an AMS, AC 10s, VTOL 35. Alright, 13 is the Dauntless. I'm gonna bet the $20 that's gonna attack our Daiku. I hope it survives. Okay.
You're shredding my components.
It's still alive. Now, Viper, can you attempt the same thing?
Affirmative.
Sort of.
Got it.
I believe we should retool our Viper. Honestly, we've used it as a backup unit. But perhaps it could be the answer for anti-battle armor stuff. We can just load him up with machine gun and let him do the battle armor stuff. Alright, so now let's get this if we can.
Waiting for orders. Copy that.
Now we go on to kill this as quickly as possible mode. There we go.
One left target.
Oh, okay.
My armor's in bad shape.
For a moment there, I thought that would maybe make our Daiku fall, but we're fine. So, the last two things to act are these two turrets. Let's try and get them. Let's go rack 6. Not quite enough. Okay, but it fires back on the Stormcrow. Alright, Tabitha is still alright. I will take all of that. What about you? Grab that Dauntless, hit it with all the tags.
Reporting.
And then, the golems? The golems got him. Alright.
One less target. Orders.
Scuddy will attempt to finish the heavy AC.
All weapons.
That's an almost.
Taking a critical hit. That's hit hard.
Viper, you got an angle on the other turrets. Go with all the pews. Go fort and pew.
Talk to me.
Okay, so we're still good with you. That's great.
Roger.
But it would be kind of a waste to use all your firepower on that one. So, unleash on that one.
Aye, aye.
There you go. And somebody else can finish the last one.
Target destroyed. Standing by.
Bandit, perfect. Alright, we got it. We got it.
Turret destroyed.
Very good. So we got lucky with no support lance, nothing on the first phase. It got a bit gnarly in the end, but
Mission successful.
we're good. We'll see you guys in a moment. So we got a little 23 days. That is a lot. If the flare-up is still ongoing. Now let's take a look.
All decks report normal activity.
It's 1-0. I believe when it reaches 0, it means the end. But let's not take it for granted. Wow, it's 22 days to repair you. Really? That's a lot. Okay. Well, one way or another, we're gonna know in 3 days. Hydra.
Have my attention.
Hydra's cool, but what we need is lamb and battle armor pilots. Through the bandit overcraft. Oh, do we spend? No, we're good. Battle armor, medium, AR, pulse laser. I mean, that would be great to replace maybe on our new set of battle armor. We're gonna adapt. We're going to try and use it. If you can't fight it, use it. Pretty much. So, the battle for Goat Path. Is it done? I believe it is done. Sure. Okay. Jump jet, who cares? ADM 6, I do care about that. Is a proto mech. I'm gonna keep it because right now, battle armor and proto mechs appear to be large, very strong. So I'm gonna keep it. Ammo guided, sure. Engine Excel, we're good. A prowler. It can carry a battle armor, but I prefer the bandits who are faster for that purpose. Okay. So the rewards are not the greatest things in the world, but I nevertheless do love flare-ups, and I will continue to do them. Alright, so Diamond Sharks keep possession of the Goat Path. The Goat Path has a long history in the Roguetech Online War. There's a lot of memes and history has been made on that for that little planet. So I'm glad we could keep it today. All right. Speaking of which, what do we got here? All right. So I believe we're gonna go from flare up to flare up. Let's roll.
Bio command.
Now we will go to the progress report, and we'll still not looking great. Let's hope we can make it back when we get to the new flare-up. We should have everybody ready to fight when we get there. Perhaps we should modify the Viper as a pure anti-battle armor machine. As we've seen in previous episodes and battles, we absolutely need that, because these battle armors will absolutely one-shot mechs and vehicles. So if you don't have anything for it, you will not last very long. Okay. So in that spirit, you saw what you were missing, I believe, was this. There you go. Now that is done.
On it. I'll let
Use
you know
was completely obliterated by a battle armor. You saw. This requires maybe this. Did we acquire an Ultra 5 clan? Not yet. Still have that project ongoing. Okay.
Logged and noted.
Sure.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Viper. These medium pulse are cute and all that, but I believe I need to make you our anti-battle armor monster. So. Machine gun heavy. Machine gun heavy. Machine gun heavy. Machine gun heavy. Machine gun heavy quick sell. Which these guys, the quick sell version has their own. They have their own ammo. Did I make it a complete quick sell thingy? Why the hell not? Honestly, the quick sell machine gun heavy have been one of the only products that have been working very well for me. Because it has its own ammo. And it cracks it up to 6 all the time by itself. So instead of energy accuracy, fire control improved clan. I mean, with an ER small emotional support laser, that would make you very weak against almost everything else. But, as our last mission has proven,
Right. I'll get it this
we cannot go anywhere without battle armor, anti-battle armor support. Even if that means that Viper, the only thing it will do is stay out of sight until it's needed. Alright, so due to the nature of the Stormcrow, you didn't lose too much. But still. My last heatsink clan. I mean, I can put you back into service, but it's using my last assets.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Funds are getting low now. But we're reaching Blackjack in 2 days. And we're gonna go down to another flashpoint. And we keep on doing the diamond shard thing, I think. We have a good start with this faction. Might as well keep going. Alright, raid notification in 1 day. Before we do that, let's take a quick look. Hey, hello, my old friend Braver. Of course. That's a no-brainer. We have a Torsborn, but Torsborn is only mech and vehicles. That's not what we're looking for.
Receiving you.
I mean, my reflex is to wait for the purple Ronin. But if I look at Triceratops right now, he's a basic boy, technically. But noble, disgrace, ex-military, commander, spacer, That's as much good stuff as a lot of rodents I've seen. Does that rank veteran? Sure. Huh. How about conquistador?
Waiting for orders.
Honest and noble. Okay.
Orders?
Well, ex-military, disgraced, noble, commander, pacer. I mean, in the last few years, I guess I've never hired anything other than Ronin, but I think Triceratops will do.
New mech warriors available.
All right. Command center.
Hey, Commander. Pull up a chair.
Right. So we have our raid contract in 1 day. Can't stop the signal. Target acquisition. Well, fuck me. Oh, God. Why? Right. Well. And do it. Yeah, target acquisition. Why? Why are you so cruel to me, RNG gods? Very well, so we're out of money anyway, and we are now in a new flare-ups, and this is our mission, and we have to do it. So, I want the Mad Dog. With glitch. I mean, I might as well drop everyone on that one. You have Bandit and Hard Case, which is not too shabby. So, put another mech to the field. Bring back the Stormcrow C. Do we give it to Braver? Start getting him some experience. -2 recall, -10 stability damage, -1 recall, +2. Yeah. So you have -3 recall total. So actually, I'm gonna give you the Rack Stormcrow because of your -3 recoil. You might be very efficient in using the Rack. Okay. So let's use Triceratops instead of Rollo because he has better stats. 6'4", 5'5". So we're dropping heavy. Our lance rating would be 12. But I believe that's what we'll need to do a target acquisition. Gods damn it, we're doing a target acquisition. Okay. See you guys in a moment. Can't stop the signal. We're doing this. Okay.
Command interface
Right.
initiated.
Phew. Alright. So, we have three lances on the field, which is both a curse and a blessing, because 3 is the maximum you can get. However, it does mean you will not be getting reinforcements. So you can go ahead and tag the target zone when you have 3 of them. Which is both a curse and a blessing, so we'll see how it goes for this one. Oh, God, I'm gonna need a beer for that one. Okay. Oh! Okay, we do have the anti-aircraft generator, and we can blow up all the turrets by breaking it. We have an entire lance of 5 here. Entire lance of 5 here. Oh, and there's another one in the back there. Okay.
Orders.
Sure. This is gonna suck. So, you guys, Ice Ferret, Kid Fox, Battle Cobra, Phantom, and Kid Fox. You guys are Blackjack, Hammerhead, cool, Gauss Placement, Black Lantern, Shadowcat, okay.
What's the plan? Taking a protective stance.
Very well, so Scaddy. Think about those missions, you do not need to kill everybody to survive. You just need to get out of there. But it can be very hard to do so. That mission, the evac zone in this area, we need to tag all of these target zone and be out in the area over there.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
Commander?
There's no real way to avoid all of those shenanigans. So, Viper, which is our battle armor specialist,
Hey there.
I don't know if it'll be that useful right now. But I don't see a single one of them yet. But, it's still a very backstabby potential. I mean, 8 heavy machine gun is nothing to sneeze at.
Ready for orders.
Okay. Wow. So we're getting flanked by this large group here of 5 and this group here. We're gonna
How's it going?
have to fight.
On the move.
Sheesh.
Full speed.
Triceratops. Okay. Well, safeties are off.
What do you need?
This battle armor will wait.
Got it.
This one too.
Good to go.
This one too. And we get to 18. And nobody's shooting us
How
yet.
might I help?
More reserve. $17 is none of these folks. 17. That's a lot of enemies. It's a whole 15 of them.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so I think I will send. I was thinking I'm gonna send our battle armor into perhaps a backstabby position here, but they're too far away. So I will reserve some more. That may be painful, but I will do so.
Ready for orders.
Brawler, or Braver, pardon me. You could do a thing. That could be an aggressive move to do, but Kid Fox and this fellow here will act, the Ice Ferret will act next. I don't think I can afford to be
Move order received.
not aggressive. Even though those hit chances are garbage. Look at that, all those little missiles. Right, sure. Best hit chance. Get the jackpot. This does not feel like enough compared to how much enemies we have. Alright, let's see what happens next. The one that we just shot at, the Ice Ferret, will be next. Or at least somebody else at 15 initiative. There's one in the back here. There's this Kid Fox who didn't do much. Okay, we're gonna count our blessing. Every one of them that doesn't attack right away is a blessing. Ice Ferret. Ice Ferret. This one gave a few bruises to our Mad Dog.
Armor, buddy.
This one landed some pews on the bandit.
Orders.
So at 14, I believe I will use the VTOL
Locking in.
to go get rid of this to make sure we don't have the turrets.
Target confirmed.
Okay, so that's turrets.
I could do this all day.
We're not gonna be shot by turrets this turn at least. At 14, we have this little guy here. What are you doing, Mr. Fox? Come on, buddy. Okay. Okay.
Damage is minor, Commander. You have orders?
I believe it's gonna be more reserved for you. Till we get into a backstabby position. It is dangerous to wait and take the damage, but at the same time, we are not in a position to afford taking pot shots. We need to kill things with every hit. So 13, the other 13 will be this fellow. It's probably gonna do some damage. Going for the mad dog, you bastard.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Not missing at all.
Talk to me.
Okay, so Daiku. Daiku is now up. Does not appear that I can take a backstab on these guys. But we're gonna try to exchange
Everything I've got.
a few cuts for kills.
That was a critical hit, lad.
Hopefully. Because we are seriously outnumbered. And an objective to do in 10 turns. That's not too shabby, just a few scratches. Glitch, the Mad Dog herself. What about you? What's your options? I see right here a green line. And if you don't mind me, I'm gonna trade a cut for a kill. Okay.
That's a kill.
That's one. One out of many. Alright, we have another 12 and it's just that little guy in the back. Said little guy has quite a punch. And they all target the Mad Dog again. I fear I see a pattern of the same thing getting targeted again and again. Alright, so Bandit, go into a backstabby position with this fellow.
Let's see how you like this.
The battle armor should be able to one-shot that ferret.
Commander?
The other bandit will attempt a similar tactics. Can I reach somebody else? Not quite. But at least this battle cobra here has been hurt a lot.
Affirmative.
Sure.
Acknowledge.
Gyro crit. Cool.
I
Maybe
think
we can
things are
get
going
him.
Swimmingly, don't you?
Alright, at 11. The hammerhead coming in, that could hurt. How much do you bet that it's gonna target the Mad Dog? Not quite, okay.
Standing by.
So, Viper. Viper, I believe you need to come in. Even though you are a bit of a disadvantage right now, you are not quite needed.
On it.
We're gonna keep you around. There's this little fella at 11. Alright, scratching the paint of the Skadi.
Minimal damage on that hit. Aye, aye.
Asmodeus, why don't you give this boy a beating?
All weapons.
Superb.
Badass.
Okay. Lots of thing destroy on this poor dude, and he's now tagged the hell. This Cobra has 2 ER PPCs, goddamn clan stuff. Let's hope he doesn't do too much damage.
Hey, we're getting outflanked.
Okay. I got my wish for that one.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Triceratops. I believe
Copy that.
we've both had enough of this fellow. Let's go heavy explosive
Roger that.
and cluster in the back.
Hostile eliminated.
That's another one down.
Awaiting orders.
And for you, those are not the best hit chance, so I'm gonna actually not take the
Roger
shot.
that. Digging in.
We have to be really efficient with our kills on that one because there's so much of them. So taking a 30% shot with our battle armor just doesn't cut it. Alright, so 7 rounds to place the beacons.
Yeah.
And lots of enemies. Sir, battle armor will do more reserving.
Ready for orders.
Skadi. I will probably use the Skadi to do that target zone. But for now, we need to kill things. Now that, for example, looks nice. It's a side shot. But, what else did we have? That Kid Fox, 67 in the back. If I hit twice with 60 damage in the back, it's gonna be a kill. Alright, we got a kill.
Hostile eliminated.
That was definitely worth it.
Standing by.
More battle armor reserve. Alright, so we're sort of winning this area at least. We gotten, I think, 3 out of 5 kills of that lance. Pardon me, the camera is acting up. Okay. Beetle's taking some scrap.
I've got your back.
Okay. Daiku. You need to start laying down some hurt. It's not the best. And keep in mind that we have to move toward the extraction zone soon. Standing and fighting is one thing, but if we are out of the zone, we are in trouble. Alright, so we got a good 3 enemies more at 14. There's this fellow that we just shot. And the Cobra. The Cobra did not do much. And I will take it.
For orders.
That's not too shabby, but we're only taking the good shots.
Roger that. Standing by.
So, more 14. The Kid Fox. And something else in the back. Yeah. You there. I will attempt to avoid fighting this entire group if I can. Mad Dog got his ferro fibers destroyed.
Bad.
Ugh.
Critical hit.
How? I'm not sure. That it was a true armor critical damage. How did you destroy the ferro fibers without getting through the armor? I'm not sure.
Armor's holding.
I honestly don't know. Very well. So Viper, let's put you into combat. Now let's do this. I should have shot you from the front. Your front is damaged. Mistakes were made. Let's fire anyway.
On it.
Minor damage, Commander.
So, Hammerhead, Cougar, or okay, Daiku is fine.
Bastard.
Those are just
Solid hit.
scratches.
Good to go.
Rook, I believe we need to start being more aggressive. Can you get into... Yes, you can. Get into the Hammerhead's back. Let's go.
Reporting. Negative damage.
Alright, so the bandit itself did nothing. We need to move.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, same thing for you, bandit.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to use only 24. Why is that so? You have no sensor, you say? I am disappointed in you, Visla. Okay. So if I have no sensor on this Kit Fox,
Waiting for orders.
perhaps I should move somewhere else.
Double time. Let's go. Confirm.
Now this Blackjack is initiative 12. So in theory I should be able to shoot Visla in his back. When you have bad sensor roll, might as well go somewhere else. I think these two are just standing in crystal here
Reporting.
and making a difference. Now that is better. Should I? Yes, let's use right away the one-shot SRM. We need kills and we need them now, so let's not F around.
Solid connection on that one.
Even if the Blackjack is not a priority
No
target,
more short-range missiles.
we need to falling down? Okay, sure. There you go. That'll do the trick. Alright, Mad Dog, you already took some damage, and that's not great.
Moving to position.
Why don't you give it to the Battle Cobra? It is already crippled.
Affirmative.
There you go, got the ERPPC, got some crits. Alright, now the thing is, we need to get down here for the evac zone. So, unless we have jump jets, we need to take the ramp down. The logistic of that mission is gnarly. The last one at 12 is somebody in the back here. It is, that's a cicada. Did manage to strike our Beetle.
Can't take much more of this.
Good to go.
Okay, so. Rack Stormcrow. Rack Stormcrow. We're gonna fire on this guy in the front. And get him. Okay.
Bad guy down.
So there's one last fellow from this group, and it is this little Kit Fox. That little kid fox still has an Ultra 5. Scaddy's almost dead. So I will not be able to use the Scaddy to get this one if he's almost dead. Ugh.
Good to go.
So we're gonna have to find an alternate solution. Probably for from a bandit. Now let's attempt to finish this fellow. Okay.
Target eliminated.
I'll take that. At 8, we have the Black Liner. Kills from melee and hits. That's a charge. Oh no. That's a suicidal attack. If I've ever saw one. But we were here for the backstrike on this fellow.
Roger that.
A bit underwhelming. Alright, so problems, we have them. Can you? Yes, you can.
Locking on target.
That will take care of the suicidal Black Liner attack. Alright, and this bandit will have to go for that target zone. Now that we are unable to reach it with the VTOL needs to go away and survive.
Copy that.
More good damage on the Hammerhead. $17 is this Cougar. Okay. Well, we lost our VTOL. The pilots survive at least.
Orders.
So.
Follow my lead.
We need to push toward the exit no matter what we love. So let's that should be enough firepower to finish this guy.
Battletech down.
Daiku is running a bit hot,
Need to cool down.
but that is a good kill. The Hammerhead will get a chance to move before we can finish him off. And then this little kid fox. Okay, so the Hammerhead didn't do much. It went for the crystal field for the defense bonus. What about this guy? This guy. And those still destroyed.
I took a critical hit.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so you, sir and or ma'am, please get rid of a Hammerhead.
Commencing Alpha strike. What is fired up?
Marvelous.
Enemy down.
One more dead enemies. But there's still a lot. There is still a lot. And our poor Stormcrow here could be buying it soon.
What's up, boss?
Okay, you sir
Got it.
can definitely go do that.
Locked on. Rear armor.
At 12, Who's still at 12s in terms of enemies? Must be people in the back. Must be that guy. Sure. Okay. Rook. Rook, you need to, you're gonna have to go get that target. I hope you can get there.
Run, don't shoot. Got it.
Or else that whole mission will take a bad turn. I'll have to forego proper backstabby with you, because I need now to go to that target zone. Since we lost our VTOL.
Land strength reduced.
We lost a Stormcrow. Okay.
Ready.
Alright, so let's stand and shoot and try to finish a Kit Fox.
Reporting.
Not
Critical.
enough, but good damage.
I'm receiving you.
This bandit can make it all the way over there, so I will. I will. The good thing about having 3 lances of enemy,
Sir, go.
and thus 15 enemies, is that we don't expect reinforcements. So we can afford to at least get the target zone done quickly as possible. Okay, so you have sort of an angle, but we're gonna wait for a backstab.
I'm here.
We need to count our shots and count our ammo.
Awaiting orders.
Visla, that's not worth it. Those numbers are not worth it. So more reserve.
For orders.
More reserve. 18 is a fast bugger somewhere. It's probably one of these. Viper Prime, that makes sense. Mad Dog. Okay, Mad Dog, we need to start absolutely rushing toward the exit,
Affirmative.
or we're never gonna make it. You have a 30% backstrike. You have a 50% getting that Viper. Both are quite valid. If I can land a shot on this guy, it would overheat me though. Odds. It's not a good time for overheating. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to be conservative and just do that
Right,
then.
Commander. Come on, neck warrior.
Because we need to take, we have how much time? 5 rounds, so we need to get all of these guys down there and toward the evac zone.
Yes, Commander.
These numbers are not improving.
Roger that. Standing by.
Yes, Commander.
Right, so this Viper... The Viper is fast enough that I don't care, so I can fire.
Firing at enemy.
Finish the Kit Fox.
That's a kill.
Okay.
Better me than Lady Arana.
So one of these line garrisons are down. Asmodeus more reserve. So we're not gonna attempt to kill everybody. Some of these are already coming up to fight, but we're gonna attempt to run,
You've got my attention.
more or less. Now, a lot of our big boys are now hot.
Moving out.
What about you in those shots? Take it. Ooh, nice hits.
Punched right through his armor. Commander?
Okay, this fellow needs to run, but can we
Got it, Commander.
take a Viper on the way? Maybe. The bandits are fast enough that I trust them to get there. I believe if I backstrike with the battle armor, the Viper here, I could get some good success.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Stormcrow, you need to run. Calculating. Come on, baby. Run for me. You can do it. You can do it. No, you can't.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, let's use somebody else. Gonna have the minimum distance problem.
On my way.
Let's see if I can fire on the Shadow Cat.
Locking in. All weapons.
Indeed I can. I believe we have a chance. I believe we have a chance, but we're not out of the woods yet. Like that. Goddamn clans with a rack 5 on a 30-ton max. Okay. Oh, please don't again. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Please get rid of the Shadow Cat if you can. Alright, so another one bites to dust.
Target neutralized. SRMs.
At 10. Last one is this old fellow. Okay. Okay.
Reporting.
Visla, please be yourself.
Target is confirmed.
That was very underwhelming. I mean, we barely hit it.
Standing by.
Alright, now you can move? No. As soon as I press sprint, you don't want to move. Alright, I believe the calculating is over. Let's not bother trying to make you sprint. Let's just move. None of these are great anyway. Almost out of time. So we have 4 rounds.
Ready for orders.
More reserved for the battle armor. More reserved for the battle armor.
Waiting for orders.
Mad Dog, you need to start getting down there.
Sprinting.
Can you kill me a Kit Fox?
Affirmative. We can
You can indeed, and you can Stackpole! Stackpole Cruise Adventure continues.
What do you need?
More reserved for you.
Commander?
Viper. Get in there.
Full speed. No target.
Not gonna do much.
Target acquired.
Maybe I should give you clan machine guns instead.
Receiving you.
Alright, so Bandit. As much as it's tempting to go on the offensive, let's just go grab this objective and keep on trucking. Because right now our survival and escape is more important. So we have both of these fellow at 14. Sadly, our battle armor will not be able to shoot in its back again before it moves away. So that was this one. There's the cicada here at 14. And then
Being flanked.
that's fair. So, 14. That little cicada is not too dangerous. So I believe we'll start doing a tactical retreat, as they say. We need to get over here. We're not gonna try to kill the last groups out there. I mean, I can do this for the shit and giggles, get him in the back.
Firing full complement on enemy.
But the cicada is really not a priority.
Talk to me.
So, you need to go down.
Firing on the enemy.
Then we need to go down this path here.
Yes, Commander.
Eh. Fire.
He's going down.
Is that a cicada? Not quite. Really not a priority, it's just for shit and giggles.
Holding here.
Stormcrow. Let's do more shit and giggle cicada. Alright, so this objective is done. We have 3 rounds to do this objective. But mostly the game is to bring everybody out before the time is over.
Got it.
Fire.
Roger that. Come on, tech warriors.
So we're getting our emotional support kill with the cicada.
Good to go.
You can reserve.
Awaiting orders.
Golem, you can finish it off.
Firing.
Okay.
Hostile removed.
You've got my attention.
So we have a radical heatsink kit active.
Aye, aye.
So we're gonna go for this little fellow if we can. We're gonna turn off the medium laser, save on some heat. It's a cougar down there.
Standing by.
Stand by indeed.
Copy that.
15. Ice ferret. I mean, I believe I sort of got this. I need just to take everybody down there, but you know, these missions can be dangerous, and I load to take and make a cut right now. For stuff like that. If we get the cougar down, and if we get everybody near that zone, I will call it off. But for now, we're still in a bit of danger. Okay.
Standing by.
So, you sir. There you go.
Let's move.
Go fire in this poor person's back.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
Sweet. Sweet. Pew pew pew.
Systems holding.
Not too bad. I believe these 3 here I will not bother.
Good to go.
And I believe I'm going for the exit now.
Got it.
So as I said earlier, the having 3 lances is both a curse and a blessing,
Roger that.
because you don't get more. You don't get more, but it is a lot of them, and it can be overwhelming, especially when you're trying to get to the objectives.
Yes, Commander.
Go ahead. There you go. All the tag acquired.
Standing by.
Braver. Everything is jammed. But you can
Going
pew.
full throttle?
And pew you shall.
Affirmative.
For House Arano.
Asmodeus. Shoot what you have.
Show me your war face.
There you go.
Short-range missiles.
Alright, as soon as the cougar is down, I'm gonna call it. We just need to get the mad dog into a better position. Perhaps you could finish this viper. Phantom. Or Ice Ferret.
We can do this!
There you go.
Go! Critical hit, Commander.
Orders.
Can I melee? What's my hit chance? 74. Might as well. Let's go melee.
Confirmed. To hell. Follow my lead.
It's a miss, of course. But
God, I missed.
should have more than enough firepower to explode. And of course, Stackpole.
That's one less hostile on the field.
The Stackpole's crew friendly fire adventures continues. Okay.
Reporting.
Alright guys, I'm gonna call it here. We only have 3 stragglers in the back, and it's gonna be a walking simulator to get the target zone and the evac zone. I think we got it done. We did lose a Stormcrow, we did lose a VTOL. But I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, we got it done. At quite a cost. I hope we didn't lose too many. Oh crap, that sucked. Still, a lucky shot did manage to break the arm out of the Mad Dog before we could leave. So we lost Liner 20 and Artemis attachment. That Stormcrow is gone. It's the same Stormcrow who broke last time, and this guy is on a roll. So, this being an Omni-Mech, it will not cost much, but I will be losing another heatsink kit. So, the Scaddy is okay, and our pilot is okay, so that's a win. Okay, can we get some good stuff out of this? There's a Kid Fox, there's a Shadow Cat. Active Pro. Oh, actuator, instrument, legs. Plus 1 accuracy for kick, plus 1 accuracy for charge. Minus 10% stability damage taken, minus 12 stability taken when still firing large weapon. FX stacks. That's pretty cool. 2 reserve slots. Can only be mounted on light and medium. Okay. More reinforced legs. LRM clan ammo. We're running low. It's always blowing up. Okay. Okay. Shadow Cat! What do you got? Got some Artemis ammo in there. Artemis 20 and an attachment with... But I cannot salvage you completely, so do that. Honestly, we might just have to pick stuff that will repair what we've lost. A masked clan. Ooh. Alright, so we're gonna repair what we've lost. That's done. We've repaired what we've lost. In terms of something else, go for the mask. Battle Cobra, I don't care. Black Hunter, I don't care. Hammerhead, I don't care. Take all the money I can. Iraq 5 clan. Beat. I almost missed that. And some sensors that we don't need. Okay. Iraq 5. Beautiful. And I'll see you guys in a moment. 35 days of repair. Yeah, ouch. Especially if the flare-up is not done. That puts us in a really bad spot. Alright, so at least the money is no longer a problem, but... Mad Dog, a good 11 days. Stormcrow, 6. Daiku, 17. Why are you so long to repair, Mr. Daiku? It's really intense. Okay, so... We are not done with the flare-up, that's for sure.
Commander on deck.
Oh, 14 and 15. We are far from done. Alright. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a proper challenge. We're gonna have a Viper and a Stormcrow H ready, but not the other ones. And we're gonna have to deal with whichever contract is now next up on the flare-up. Hopefully, it's not gonna be another target acquisition. I don't like those. They are always costly. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. So, pray to the pagan gods with me that we will not have another fire acquisition mission. And please do some YouTube stuff. And I will see you next time. Thank you.